Hello, and a very warm welcome to everyone tuning in from all corners of the digital world. My name is Sarah Gonnella, but I will be playing the part of Mrs. Claus today. And I'm thrilled to be your host for Full Sail Partners' first virtual holiday party. As the snowflakes settle and the year draws to a close, we are here to celebrate the season and share a treasure trove of tips to help your firm slay the end of the year and glide into a prosperous 2024. Now, this isn't just any holiday gathering. We are here to mix merriment with momentum, ensuring that when the holiday lights dim, your business strategy shines bright. So grab your favorite holiday drink, get cozy, and let's dive into a blizzard of insights. But first, let's get interactive. I want to know where everyone is joining us from and what is your holiday mug today. So drop your location and a drink of choice in the comments. Mine is actually Godiva chocolate today in a mug that I actually received from someone else. And I'm going to be adding some marshmallows to it. And so let us know where you are from, and we'll give you a little bit of time. And while we are doing that, we are going to kick things off with our first segment, the holiday opener, where our Full Sail Partner stars will share their top strategies for wrapping up the year while bringing in bright new year. Let's welcome our first guests, Amanda McLean, Bryce Crosby, Heath Harris, and Lisa Ahern. So welcome, everyone. I love it, Buddy the Elf.
Buddy's arrived.
So be sure to let us know where you're at and if you have a special holiday mug that you have. And so as everyone is joining us, we want to do a little bit of an introduction. So if we could start with Buddy the Elf, or known as Bryce Crosby, if you could tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what it is you do with clients.
Absolutely, yeah. My name's Bryce Crosby, and I'm our product sales manager here. And I overlook a lot of the new sales. So a lot of folks who don't know about Deltek and are interested to learn more about Deltek's products, and I answer a lot of questions and help showcase a lot of demonstrations there, as well as overlook our account management.
Great. Amanda McLean.
Hi, I'm one of the consultants here at Full Sail Partners. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I focus mostly on the Vision to Vantagepoint upgrade projects, as that keeps us very busy. And then I'm also helping out on the outsourced accounting end. So if we can help you out with any accounting, or you're looking to upgrade to Vantagepoint, we're your people.
Perfect. Heath Harris.
Hi, I'm Heath. I'm a primary IT consultant and support services supervisor. So I kind of manage our support team in the back end and help all of our clients with their on-prem needs, our hosting clients as well. So anything I can do to help, you just give me a call.
Perfect. And last but not least, Lisa Ahern.
I'm a senior consultant here at Full Sail Partners. Joined the team this last year, and I've been working a lot with our clients on multi-company implementations, multi-currency, Vision to Vantagepoint upgrades, and just everybody's everyday questions. When they need assistance, they email our ticketing system, or they email me if they know me already, and we just help out wherever we can.
Perfect. Well, Bryce, I'm going to come back to you. If you can give us what your year-end tip is, and then we'll continue on to Amanda and so on.
Perfect. Yeah. So, looking over our account management here at Full Sail Partners, we always want to ensure that clients are hearing from us on a frequent basis. So there's always new blogs or articles, helpful tips to send out to your clients as a touch point. So, not always requesting or looking for time to talk, but just making sure clients are getting the most out of that ongoing relationship. So my tip to you all is make it your New Year's resolution to amp up your client relationship management and take a look at the report called Firm Employee Assignment and Activity Status. Make sure your clients are receiving the appropriate amount of attention from your firm.
Perfect. And Amanda, before we go over to you, I'm just going to pull up a couple of names of people that have joined us. So we have Scott Galehouse, so one of our other consultants that oversees the team. We have a client in Colorado as well. So welcome, Ivy. We have several other employees joining us as well. Amy and Teresa and Amanda, and then some other clients. Oh, and then let me go back real quick. Amanda says her festive drink will be a French 75 with blackberry simple syrup. That sounds so good. And then we also have Arlene joining us from Atlanta. And then we have Robert Hutchinson from Irvine. So welcome, everyone. And so if you are just joining us, let us know where you're coming from and if you have some special drink that you are focused on today or drinking today. And so Amanda, can you give us your tip for today?
Mine is based on where I live, which is Vision to Vantagepoint. So if you're a firm thinking about upgrading anytime soon, my tip would to be take little pieces of your day to take time to work on cleaning up your data. When you look at it, right when you're deciding to go live, it can sometimes seem overwhelming. So if you can break it up into small pieces, whether it's working on client duplicates or making sure that your contacts and vendors are merged appropriately, breaking it down into little pieces ahead of time can make the overall project not seem so overwhelming.
Great. Thank you for that, Amanda. All right, Heath, you're up.
So my tip for year-end is the year-end software updates for Vision and Vantagepoint both. Around the 20th of the year, Deltek releases our year-end updates. Those contain tax updates and 1099 updates if there are any for the year. We can apply those whenever, as soon as they're released by Deltek, and they only release them for the last few versions. So version 7.6 of Vision and Vantagepoint 6.0 and 6.5. So yeah, just make sure you're up to date and ready for payroll for 2024.
Great. And so today is the 20th, so those should be coming out soon.
They were released 2 days ago.
Oh,
they were early this year.
Oh, well, everyone, you've heard it here first. They are released and ready. So great. Lisa.
So Keith just talked a little bit about 1099s. Usually the latest format comes in that year-end update. So I have 2 tips for you today regarding initializing 1099s and initializing your benefit year. So after you've opened your first period in your product, whether it's Vision or Vantagepoint, make sure that all of your payments are complete for this year, 2023. And before you run any payments in 2024, make sure you initialize your 1099 year so that your 1099 reporting can be accurate without having to do a whole bunch of manual rework. The other tip would be also to initialize your benefit year. So if you are accruing benefits in the system, make sure that you've done your final accruals and adjustments for 2023. And after you've opened 2024, initialize that benefit year so that your employees' benefit accrual will start over for their new year.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lisa. And I do show that we have some other people joining us. I'm just going to go ahead and pull those up. So Gail is joining us from Illinois. And I did want to pull up Teresa. It sounds like she always has coffee, apparently. But she has a Potter. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a particular map with, I'm assuming, Harry Potter. And so on her mug. And so we also have Tina joining us as well in Denver. So we have many people from the Denver area joining us. And so thank you, everyone, for providing your tips today. And so as we bid farewell to our first round of special guests, let's give them a virtual round of applause for those wonderful tips. Now, don't go anywhere. We have more holiday cheer and wisdom coming your way in just a moment. And while we wait, I would like to ask you all, if you could spend the holidays anywhere in the world, where would it be? A snowy mountain cabin, or maybe a sunny beach, or maybe you want to take a trip to the North Pole. And so go ahead and share in the chat And maybe you might find a travel buddy, someone that also has the same desires as you. And it just helps us to get to know each other a little bit more. And so thank you so much for everyone that joined us. And we'll be working on bringing on our next crew of individuals. And we are go ahead and just add in the information on if you could spend the holidays anywhere in the world, where would it be? I have to say that one of the places that I really love is the Snowy Mountain Cabin. Most people like to get away from the snow, and I know that I moved away from the snow, but I actually enjoy it as I've gotten older. And so I would have to say that the Snowy Mountain Cabin would be where I would go. And so it looks like we have some coming in. Ivy says a sunny beach. And Tasha has joined us as well. And she said her favorite drink is eggnog with a splash of spirits. And so be sure to go ahead and add those into the chat. And while we're waiting, let's bring in our next group. It's time for Midwinter Frost. Our next group of experts are ready to help you gift you the cheer and wisdom. So let's welcome. Let's see. I think we're still waiting for Kate Phillips. There she is. I see her.
Yeah.
Joel Slater and Raina Blair to the stage. So welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
I'm loving the hats. Oh,
I
what do you have?
I have some festive ornaments because I ordered a very lovely T-Rex shirt, but it is lost somewhere in this house. This is a common theme for me, but it was delivered. I saw it and now it is gone.
The kids loved it. They're hiding it somewhere.
Yes, exactly. Oh,
all right. Well, we have some more things that have come in. So let's just take a look. Gina said a Snowy Mountain cabin with an endless supply of wine and firewood. So I love that. What about you guys? If you could spend the holidays anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I think it would be Australia on a beach.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I had made a comment, but I realized it was a private comment, but I had said the Cascade Mountains in Washington State.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That sounds fun.
Kate, what about you?
I have to have snow, so I have to have snow for Christmas. So I would think it would probably, I mean, I don't know. I would say that I love a good Wisconsin Christmas. So it would probably be right here. Or, in a snowy mountain cabin or something.
Sounds like we have several people that are going to enjoy a snowy mountain cabin. And Amanda, who just left, she added in her favorite drink is coffee with Baileys. Ooh. Miss Amanda, it's not Baileys. That's against the household in my family. So my husband doesn't represent that brand.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, gosh. We do the Irishman. All right. So let's jump in. We've chatted a little bit, but let's do some official introductions. So Raina, can you start us off? Just give an introduction of who you are and how it is that you help clients.
All right. I'm Raina Blair. I'm a principal consultant with Full Sail. I've been here 9 years and I help clients in all sorts of ways, namely anything about project management, resource planning, as well as finance and the Vision to Vantagepoint upgrade processes. My favorite part of the ERP is planning. And so I'm an evangelist. Everything's got to be about planning and everything's got to be about project managers.
Everything project managers. There you go.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Joel, how about you?
Yep. Hey, everybody. I'm Joel Slater, Client Solutions Manager here at Full Sail Partners. I help sell and support our black box connector integration offerings, and I'll also be providing strategic account management to some firms who require some extra project management and coordination during their services engagements with the team here at Full Sail Partners. But really happy to be here today to say hi to everybody. Thanks for having me on, Mrs. Claus.
Absolutely. And I see some festive stuff in the background. Is that like a snow Mr. Santa Claus?
Yeah,
Or?
it's like a Santa Claus figure, I guess you could say. And I've got my little Christmas tree behind me as well.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, Kate, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kate Phillips, and my title here is Relationship Manager. So I do a lot of managing of relationships, which is, sales and client feedback, all sorts of fun stuff. But I see Teresa's trying to start a little war here with Raina. She's saying that finance is better than project management.
I do see that now. Finance is better. Raina said, is it? Is it really?
Is it really?
All right, awesome. And I'm going to go up. So Lindsay was answering the first question. She said beach for this Florida girl. And then Tasha said, I would love to spend Christmas on a tropical island, truly anywhere other than the U.S. Oh my goodness. All right. And then let's see what we have. Amanda stated that she wanted the middle of nowhere in a cabin in the mountains, hopefully with lots of snow. So, and Raina also messaging while she's also live says, I'm on team no snow. Oh, that's awesome. All right, Raina, if you could start us off with your tips for the year end or just tips overall for our guests.
So my tip is not about year end in terms of the processing for year end. 1099s are great, but I think new year means new perspective. Think about your project managers and the information they need to absorb. If things are getting a little bit stale, mix it up. Use the Vantagepoint dashboards. Just change around a column to get them to think about what it is that they're looking at. It's about taking a fresh look at the same information that we've been examining all along, but getting their attention. So that is my tip. Very short one, very sweet. Think about changing it up and presenting that information differently.
I love it. And so I think that it's good just overall with anything, just thinking about things maybe a little bit differently. It might be this, like you said, the same information, but sometimes it's all about the presentation, the message of how you deliver the information, right?
Right. If you use Vantagepoint, change the colors, make them Christmas colors. If you've got color shading to highlight an example, just change it and see if anyone says anything about how they don't think it should be pink. Then you know they're looking. Start with pink.
Yeah.
Just go with shades of pink. You don't need to change it to different colors. Pink is the only color.
I love it. I love it. All right, Joel, what do you have for us today?
Yeah. So my tip is really for as we're moving into the new year, and it's about some new functionality that came out with Vantagepoint 6.5 that I know is going to be a really big time saver and add a lot of convenience for the accounting teams out there. And we'll call it automated AP magic. And that is Deltek adding ICR for AP invoice approvals. ICR stands for Intelligent Character Recognition, and I think many are probably already familiar with what that means at this point, but I wanted just to quickly define it in simple terms. Excuse me. Looking back just a little bit, Deltek first introduced ICR for their mobile expense app, where you could just take a picture of a receipt and upload that image into your expense report, and the software being able to automatically extract off all of the details from the receipt image, things like the date, the dollar amount, vendor location, and again, populate that right into your expense report without any hand keying. And now more recently, with Vantagepoint 6.5, Deltek has introduced ICR in the AP invoice side. So you can attach and upload that AP image, and the system is going to automatically extract and read those details to populate the fields without you needing to do any hand keying. So it'll pull off the vendor, the address, the invoice number, the invoice date, and the invoice amount, and it populate those right into the AP invoice approval form inside of Vantagepoint. So it really stands to speed up AP invoice processing times, so you can send those invoices along their merry way for approvals inside of your company. company. So again, I think it's pretty cool. Probably a pretty nice Christmas present to a lot of the folks out there who have spent a lot of time over the years hand keying that stuff inside.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would add that ICR has been added to multiple areas. This just happens to be the latest. So for those that haven't used the expense area, or did you know that it has a business card reader with ICR?
Oh, I forgot about the business card scanner. That's true. ICR is there
Yeah.
too. So,
All of the individuals, as you're at a conference, you need to take a photo of their business card, and so it can then add that into the system. So I love the ICR capabilities and just where it's going. Perfect.
Me too.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So I have 2 end of year tips. I have a quick one that's Vantagepoint related. My end of year tip related to Vantagepoint is to do something festive and fun in your, opening dashboards for folks. So that, when they come in, they see something that it's going to be exciting for them rather than, the same old. So, that would be my Vantagepoint one. And then I feel as though too often firms are a little scared or they kind of wait till there's too much pain to do something strategic. So my advice for the new year is to don't be afraid to just back off and get some. It's kind of similar to what Raina was talking about is, don't be afraid to look at things with new eyes. So I know here at Full Sail, we have an offering called navigational analysis. Other firms have similar stuff. Deltek does a similar optimization. Just don't be afraid to get some external experts in to help you and try to look at more of a comprehensive strategic thing. And because those extra eyes can really be helpful when you're setting new strategies.
I love it. And I think that that's just something important across the board, just even in our daily lives, that so many times we're so fearful of the what ifs or, things that stop us from just exploring or being innovative. Or, really fear can be a good thing. I know Kate and I have talked about this before, and fear can actually be a really good thing. It can actually motivate you, but it's also overcoming that fear and saying, you know what, there's also good that can come from this by us just taking the leap and doing things and being, as you said, strategic in understanding how technology can really help you. All right, I'm going to pull up some things before you guys move on. Raina's adding some more things. She said Joel would need 2 hours to highlight all of the time savers since Vantagepoint 5.0.
Right? So many.
Yeah.
There are. All right. So let's see. Gail says, I love the idea of shaking things up for the new year.
Yes,
so
Gail.
we're going to shake it up.
She knows how to.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
We've seen her at ProjectCon.
Woohoo.
All right, let's see what else we have in here. Oh, by the way, Buddy the Elf, Bryce, said that he will be at the North Pole, of course.
Of course.
There's snow there. I don't know if
Say
you
that
know
again.
There is snow at the North Pole.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's familiar with that.
He's a snowboarder. He's a snowboarder.
He is, yeah.
He loves snow.
Yep. And then whenever it's not, it's surfing. So
right.
And Gail said, you know it.
I love that.
Yes. All right. Well, as we begin to look at our next segment, we will be focusing on a fantastic holiday event, and we'll have fun and reflective questions for all to answer. And so as we start to get ready and glide into segment 2 into 3, I would like to ask the audience a question again. If you could gift your business one thing for the upcoming year, what would it be? It could be new skills for your team, maybe a tech upgrade, or even a new business strategy. So share your business wish in the comments, and let's see what fun things people might say, or what things that people want on their professional wish list this season. And so if you want to go ahead and add that while we are waiting, Bryce, by the way, said that he is on snow team, by the way. And so now let's keep the holiday and business spirits high as we move into segment 3. So I have joining me the 3 wise women, where we'll unwrap more insightful tips to end your year on a high note. So please welcome Gina Stamper, Lindsay Diven, and Dale Busby to our virtual holiday stage. Welcome, ladies.
Hello. Hello.
Awesome. Well, I would like to first start off with having you guys introduce yourself and just let us know what it is that you do for the company, how it is you help clients. So, Lindsay, would you like to start us off?
Sure. I'm Lindsay Diven. You probably hear and see me on webinars. I'm the marketing manager for Full Sail Partners, and I get all of our folks to do crazy things like we're doing today, LinkedIn Lives, and take videos and do things out of their comfort level. So because I want them to share their expertise with as many people as possible, and they don't always like to share it. So I push people out of their comfort zones.
I can't imagine you doing that whatsoever. All right. Dale, would you like to go next?
All right. Sure. I'm Dale Busby. I'm in finance and outsourced accounting. I've been with Full Sail for 13 years. I started as an account manager and have now moved into outsourced accounting.
Yeah. So she's overseeing outsourced accounting, and that group is continuing to grow, especially under the leadership of Dale. And so she's been continuing to grow it, and we have more and more clients that have been interested in that particular area of our business. It's newer. So if your company, for whatever reason, if something happens and you have individuals that you've lost, or you have new individuals that have joined, or maybe you are wanting to take a different perspective on things and maybe outsource accounting, Dale is the person that can help you. Perfect. Gina, you are up.
Hey guys, I'm Gina Stamper. I am an account manager here at Full Sail. I've been here, 7, 8, 9 years. I forget. Lindsay, yes, you are great at pulling people out of their boxes. Both of you are. It must be a marketing trait. I just I tell people to think of me as your doorway to Deltek. Things are constantly changing, and it's hard to keep track of who and where and who does what and where to go. So always know that you can come to me and I will put you down the correct path and get you where you need to go.
Perfect. Well, as a reminder, our question for the audience is, if you could gift your business one thing for the upcoming year, what would it be? And so, as I'd mentioned, it could be skills, or it could be technology, or maybe a specific a business strategy, or maybe it's just something for you personally. For you. And so Kim here has answered more time to relax and have fun together. And so I'm with you, Kim. Let's all do that.
Yeah, love it.
So if anybody else has anything to share or add, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to a couple of other things that had come in. And so Lindsay, you had mentioned earlier that you love mixing up the dashboards with some holiday cheer. And so you loved that idea from Kate.
And of course, Kate would think of that. Like, I wouldn't even thought of that. So I love that she shared that tip.
That's awesome. All right. Well, let's keep things going. And so let's go ahead and focus on your tip. And so if we could go ahead and start with Gina, could you share your tip for everyone today?
Yep, happy to. We all know that year end is the most crazy time of the year. Throw in the holidays, it takes it to a whole new level. And we only close out your year end once a year, thankfully. But because you only do it once a year, you tend to forget, when do I need to do it? What comes first? Where do I have to do this? Do I do this first? Thankfully, Deltek has made it super easy to help us remember what to do and when to do it. They have this handy little checklist. They've made it super easy. You print it out. They've got a guide, step-by-step instructions. And if that's not enough, they even have year-end videos showing you how to do everything from those pesky 1099s, your payroll benefits, all of that. They're all there. And don't worry, at this crazy time of year when everybody's buying gifts, it's not going to cost you anything extra. It's included in your customer service. So it's there. It's free. Jump in and use it. Make the most of it.
Woohoo!
Nice.
I like that. And so I know that when you go into the customer care portal, you go to learn, I believe.
Just go to that little green learn box and then select year-end resources, and everything opens up right at your disposal right there.
Perfect. And I know we have a blog that we released on year end. And so maybe, Lindsay, as you guys get back, you could post that particular blog link that coincides with what Gina is talking about, and also other tips. So some of the things that were talked about earlier in this segment are also listed there. So we will be sure to add that. And so, by the way, Teresa wants to know, can we make our database pink?
Oh, that would be great. Show me how to do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if everyone in the company would be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah. We can Barbiefy it. Like, you hear the Barbie.
That's awesome. And so Lindsay has added that blog link to everything. So it is in there. And then Raina is telling us how to do it. So the title bar color can be changed in settings and general. So there you go. Bonus tip for today.
Leave it to Raina.
All right, perfect. Dale, would you share your tip for today?
Well, I was just going to jump in about what Gina said about the importance of going to the customer care site, because end of year timing is so important on so many things. One of the things that you can find on the customer care site in one of those videos is if you're processing or tracking PTO in your Vision or Vantagepoint system, it will tell you before you open a new benefit year. You must post all your timesheets for the current benefit year and run your PTO accrual utility for that current benefit year. Running this utility is going to add the appropriate hours to your employee accrual for PTO. And you must remember to post all those timesheets, and that will take and deduct the PTO that is taken against the accrued time for the benefit year. So that is one of those videos that you can access by going to the website as Gina instructed. I was an account manager for numerous years, so I have hand walked my clients into that very page, just going step by step of the things that you must do, and you have to do them in order. So just be aware of timing for all of your items that you need to do at the end of the year.
Print that checklist. It'll save you so much headaches.
So all of the things,
or watch those videos.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was going to mention, the videos that Gina's talking about, all of the things that Dale is talking about. And in the previous segment, those things are on the portal and can help you with year end and walk you exactly through it. It is important to do them at the right time as well. And so making sure that you're running them at an appropriate time. So the videos are super helpful in letting you know when to do all of those things. So thank you for that, Dale and Gina. And so, Lindsay, what do you have for us today?
Hold on. I'm running the show and I'm in the show.
Yes.
So we're I'm a little hectic here. So I'm going to go in a completely different direction.
Okay.
Coming from a sales and marketing background, at the year end, every time, even when I worked on the client side, what we would do, we would look at all of our pipeline. So all of our opportunities, I was working in Vision. In Vantagepoint, they're projects, but whatever system you're using, however you're tracking your opportunities, your potential projects, take a look at that pipeline and clean it up. So some things you want to look at is, anything that you've submitted on but haven't heard back yet. Are you going to hear back, or did you not win and you just didn't update it, or you didn't tell marketing to update it? Or is it dead? So things you submitted on, things that you're tracking, are they still real? Are those still real potential projects? And are they going to happen next year? Or do you need to push them out? Maybe they're 3-5 years out. And so one thing I look at is kind of the stage and if they should be closed or moved out. And then the second thing I look at is the dates to close. So when do we actually think this project's going to be awarded? Is it going to be awarded, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter of 2024, or do we need to push it out even further? Doing both of those things and being brutally honest with yourself and your staff, especially salespeople. I've worked with a lot of salespeople, and they are so optimistic. They are like the half glass full, everything's going to happen. I tend to be a little bit more not pessimistic, maybe realistic. And I kind of push back on them. And so it balances it out. So I would say my tip is to take this time, and this is the perfect time because it might not be as hectic, or you might have some downtime where you can really clean up that pipeline. And then that way, when it comes January 1st, or you're doing your year end reports at the end of the end of December or beginning of January, it's really clean. And then your first reports in January are going to be very clean. So clean up your pipelines.
I'm with you. We actually just did this ourselves. And so we're focused on getting things cleaned up, because nothing's worse than starting the new year and not knowing what it is that you're doing from a sales perspective. So great tip, Lindsay. Thank you for that. And so before we bid adieu to the three wise women, I do want to pull up some of the other comments that have come in. And so Kate says, brutally honest is actually key for all of these three, or for all of these three ladies' tips. So perfect. Teresa says, cleaning up your ops and Vision or Vantagepoint will help you when you are ready to upgrade to Vantagepoint. So good point. And so last thing you want is more data that isn't relevant as you're moving over to Vantagepoint. And I'm going to go back to Raina. She's also talking about the colors again. She said, you too will learn your favorite hex color. So I don't know if you guys remember, but in Vision, I would always use goldenrod. For whatever reason, that was the particular color that I always chose. I don't know what hex color it is, but that's one of the colors that I would always choose to do reports on.
Nice.
All right.
Pretty and sparkly.
Yes. So as we wrap up our final segment, the cheerful closers are going to be joining us. And I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our slayers and our behind the scenes elves. Thank you. And of course, to you, our audience, for making today's event as joyful as the holiday season itself. So let's get interactive again. What is your favorite holiday movie? Is it Miracle on 34th Street? Or maybe Home Alone? Or maybe you like The Grinch? Or maybe you like Die Hard? Oh, yes, I know that there's a debate on whether that is a holiday movie or not. So let us know, what is your favorite holiday movie? I think that one that I always get pulled into is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, because I really love Uncle Eddie, because the shitter's full. And so that's what everybody loves, a part of that. And I also do love Scrooge as well. I like the Bill Murray version. So what do we have here? So Sheila says Die Hard. Yes. So it is a holiday movie, isn't it? Gail says White Christmas. Oh, lovely. Amanda, whoops, someone love. Actually, I don't know that one. And so that was from Jennifer. And then Amanda said A Christmas Story, hands down. Let's see, Scott and Dodie said Elf, and that is my niece's favorite movie as well. And so thank you for that. Oh, we have someone else joining us that said A Christmas Story on LinkedIn. And the original Grinch and Elf says Cassandra. So awesome. Tim says our family watches Elf at least 30 times in December. So thank you. Keep those a coming. And so let's wrap up our virtual holiday party with a bow. Let's welcome Kim Stamps, Rick Childs, and Tasha Grant to the stage. Welcome.
Everybody.
Oh, look how festive you guys are. Oh man, Tasha, what do you have? Is that a kitty cat with a hat, a Christmas hat? That's awesome.
Up to snow good is what it says.
Up to snow good.
Like
That's awesome. Well, and I love all the festive stuff that you guys have in the background, the Christmas tree and all of the ornaments and things like that. So Rick and Kim and everybody looks so festive. So it's awesome.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, with that, Rick, how about we start with you just having a little bit of an introduction, who you are, and just tell people a little bit about how it is that you help clients at Full Sail Partners.
Well, yeah, hi, Rick Childs, principal consultant here at Full Sail, and been around a little while, and work in the finance area primarily, working with the accounting side, transactions, et cetera, and some of the advanced items like the revenue generation, overhead allocation, labor cross charge, et cetera, things like that. And just been loving it. I was a controller in my previous lifetime, and now get to help people automate their processes in the system and make things smoother and easier.
And Kate said that Rick is rocking the Full Sail Partners red. And so I just noticed that as you were starting to talk, the Full Sail logo there. That's awesome. See, we're
it's a reddish shirt I've got. So, yeah. Doesn't quite match the hat, but it's close.
Well, Kim, do you want to give an introduction to yourself as well?
Sure. I'm Kim Stamps, and I am a business development representative. But thankfully, I really spend most of my time nurturing our clients and get to reach out and see how I can support them. And then in turn, support our account managers or whoever else with whatever else you guys have for me. So I really love it. It's fun.
Perfect. And then not to announce it too early, but Kim, as of January 1st, is going to be moving to an account manager position.
Yay!
So it hasn't officially been announced, but you hear it here first. And so we're excited to have Kim continue on her career with us and joining the account management team.
Thank you. And I'm lifting my water in my Mary glass.
Until later, right?
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Just coffee here, really.
Yeah. Right now, it's just
said,
water.
"Yay, Kim!"
Thanks, Raina.
Much
All right.
deserved.
Awesome. And Kate said, "Woohoo!" All right, Tasha, if you want to do a little bit of an introduction.
Hey. Okay, I won't do that often. You see, that looks kind of creepy. I am Tasha Grant. It looks like Tasia, but it is Tasha, I promise you. You need to write it down with an H. That's just fine. I am a senior HR consultant here at Full Sail Partners, and I am so blessed to have the people job. I love people. I love working with people. And I help companies to work in their best way with their people. As an HR consultant, I work with companies who actually have HR people in place already, or who actually don't necessarily have an HR function or are looking to fill an HR role. I help companies in all capacities. If you already have an HR function in place, I actually can come in and be kind of like a third eye, person from the outside, give an objective opinion about what your processes and procedures are. I can come in and just evaluate everything. A lot of times companies, when they already have a function in place, they kind of get into a rut where, the perspective is people have been in this well-oiled machine all this time. But then sometimes you just need fresh mind, fresh eyes to look at things. And also, I experience working with employees and clients from all over the world. With us being fully remote, I can actually offer perspectives from companies that may be outside of your region or outside of your market, and give you some ideas or some thoughts on things that I'm getting from, just from being in the industry. I've been working in HR for 20 years, so I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience to offer. And then if you just need help with a specific project, or if you need me to come in and just do the recruiting part of it and help you fill some positions or help you work in your job descriptions and on your career plans, I can do that as well. We can come in and help you with all of your human resources needs. And we love to have ongoing relationships with our clients. I've had clients, they've called me before and then they've reached back out to me when they had something else come up again. And so we're happy to do that. And as you can see, I really love just working with people. And so that's my passion.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Tasha. And I can also say that we're already planning next year, and Tasha has several LinkedIn Lives. She's done several in the past as well on HR topics. And so be sure to check those out as those come out.
Yes.
And so I do want to get back to our interactiveness. So what I had asked is, what is your favorite holiday movie? And so before we jump into your tips, Arlene said Scrooge with Albert Finney. And then Evan said National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is a family favorite. And Teresa said Die Hard is a holiday movie, but my favorite is Family Stone and Love Actually. I have not heard of Love Actually, so I'm going to have to check that one out. Let's see what else people added. It's a good one?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else people said. I'm trying to get down to the new comments. Perfect. Teresa said, we love you, Tasha. And then she also said, yay, Kim. That is awesome. Congrats. And so did Gina. So awesome. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into tips. And so, Rick, let's go ahead and start with you. What is your tip that you have for our audience?
Well, a couple of the people that spoke earlier about the year-end processes and getting your W-2s going, your 1099s, et cetera, and your benefit years. Looking at the financials, you're closing up all your transactions for the year. And of course, when the CPAs come in to work the tax return, or maybe you have auditors that also come in, they're going to be wanting to see the backup behind all of your balance sheet items and the subledgers that support the general ledger. And Deltek has a number of tools that can help you with that. One of them is the GL reconciliation, it's called in Vantagepoint, or the file reconciliation in Vision, same thing. But it gives you the backup, and it shows that your AR balance matches the actual details of the invoices that are owed to you by clients, and that your AP balance is backed up by vouchers that you really actually owe to vendors. So your CPAs come in, and one thing you really have to be cautious about is the CPAs may find a discrepancy or something, and they want you to correct it, and they may say, well, just do a journal entry and just change the GL. Well, the trouble is that doesn't change the supporting documents, so you always want to make sure that you're completely in sync. And so we use the file rec to find it. We use good transactions to get rid of the transactions that shouldn't be in there that we no longer owe or are going to receive. Also, your revenue generation, that type of thing, you can always balance these. So income statement as well. And so it's using the tools within Deltek to make sure you're ready for the auditors and there won't be any questions. You probably do all these things at month end anyway, but just knowing you have tools to help you do it is helpful.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that, Rick.
Yeah.
And so just knowing some of those little things that are important, not doing that journal entry because it doesn't really support some of the other things, even though it seems like an easy way to handle it. That's a great perspective or great information for people to understand. So thank you for that.
You bet. Yeah, it's
All
the
right.
word general journal entry that's the problem. We need an AR journal entry. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, Miss Kim, you are up.
Okay, well, like I said before, my job here is to nurture clients. And I love how Full Sail Partners makes that such an important thing. And it's hard to do that, especially when it's not all of your job. So I was really excited that as an account manager, I'll be expected to reach out at least 4 to 5 times a year and really check in on our clients and make sure that everyone's doing well, not just when we're supposed to get paid, not just when, there's something new going on. We want to know that you're good throughout the year. So my tip is for you seller doers and firm leaders to take the time at the end of the year to check in with your clients. Let them know how important they are to you and that you're here for them and that you really care. Also that you wish them well for the holiday season. It's the perfect time to just layer on some extra nurturing and love.
I love that. Thank you for that, Kim. And so I think that that's just an important tip, not only at the end of the year, but just throughout the year as well.
Yes.
All right. All right, Miss Tasha, what tip do you have for us?
Well, I want to give a tip that I actually apply to myself. At the end of every year, I look at just everything that I've accomplished and my wins and my losses. And I always like to ask myself the question, what else? Like, what else? What else can I do? What else of me? What else is there to do that I didn't accomplish or that I didn't even do last year? Like traveling. Some places maybe I wanted to travel that I can do next year. Well, I like to say companies should do the same thing. At the end of the year, at the top of the year, ask yourself what else your company can do to make next year better than it was this year for your clients and also for your employees. And ask yourself, how was your employee engagement? Did you meet your goals there, or did you get great feedback? Do you feel like you reached the level of employee satisfaction and engagement that you were looking for? And so why not at the top of the year, put out an employee engagement feedback survey? I recommend that. Don't shy away from it. Don't run from it. It'll let you know how your employees felt about last year. And then ask them, is there anything that you didn't see last year that you would like to see next year? And so that helps you with your planning, your training and development, with your succession planning, with your career planning, with your performance reviews. You can come from the perspective of knowing what your goals will be next year, and it'll help you to set goals for your employees as well. And then in turn, maybe send it out to your clients. Start implementing that client feedback tool to find out what your clients need more of. And that helps you actually to direct your employees, to set goals for your employees. So that's what I would say. Ask yourself, what else as a company?
I like it. And so I think that there's always room not only for growth for ourselves individually, there's room for growth as a manager or someone that oversees individuals, even just, peer communication and things like that. And then I also love, taking it further with a company. How can a company better serve not only their employees, but also their clients? And so what are those things that we're continuing to do from a growth perspective, just across the board? And I do have to say, one of the biggest things that I've learned is that things that impact you from a business perspective are also on the personal side. Like, we have to grow personally as well in our own lives for us to also feel satisfaction and that we're accomplishing or whatever it is that makes us happy. Sometimes it's not necessarily about accomplishing something specific, but what is making us happy? What is making us, better people, for whoever we are. So I love that, Tasha. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And I do have to pull this up. Let me find, Kate's comment. She said, I love the enormous festive earrings with Tasha, even though they are big, it's your personality that really shines the most.
Thank you.
I love it. No, I love those earrings. So I could not pull that off.
Yeah, you could.
So I love it. I love it. Well, thank you all for joining us and sharing your tips. And so I do want to continue to have any engagement, any final thoughts that our group might have. And so your engagement and responses here truly have been the best gift of all. So remember, at Full Sail Partners, we're passionate about making spirits bright and businesses even brighter. And we hope you've enjoyed the festivities and really are ready to tackle the new year with the renewed energy and strategy that our groups have provided you. And so happy holidays and keep sailing full speed ahead. And here's to a successful new year until next year. Keep the holiday spirit alive in your hearts and your business. And as a last reminder, I do want to also just remind you that on January 10th, we will have another LinkedIn Live. Amanda Roussel will be joining me, and we will be discussing how to run your marketing and business development meetings more effectively. And then I also just want to make sure that we will also have blogs featuring many more tips that are coming out this week. And they'll cover a lot of the tips that you heard today. So be sure to check out that blog from today's event. And with that, we will conclude Full Sail Partners virtual holiday party. So thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to connect with you again soon. Be sure to follow Full Sail Partners for more insights, and have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas.